Hello friends, welcome back to the Watch Knitting channel. Fariba here. Today I'm going to show you how to knit this super easy pixie hat with a repeating ridge pattern. If you're a beginner, this is honestly the easiest hat you can make. We are working flat on straight needles, so no circular needles required. For my first sample, I chose bee-inspired colors to give it a little beehive look. But for today's demonstration, I'll be using orange yarn to make a pumpkin inspired hat. The ridge effect is also very simple to achieve. All you need to do is cast on the closest number to a multiple of 6 plus 5 stitches. I'll also write down the stitch counts for different hat sizes, and you can find that link in the description below. If you're ready, let's get started. And if you're not knitting along today, make sure to subscribe so you can come back and watch the video later when you are ready to give it a try. For the bee hat, I cast on 65 stitches with worsted weight yarn number 4 and 4 millimeters needles. That size works well for infants. For today's project, I'm casting on 107 stitches with a finer yarn, probably a number 3. I don't have the label, but it's definitely thinner than the other one. I'll still be using 4 millimeters needles, aiming for a size that should fit my 6-year-old. We will start with the long tail cast on using both needles together. If you would like a slower walkthrough or a quick refresher, you can click the link at the top of the video and watch that tutorial first. I'll skip ahead here to save time, and then I'll be back after casting on 107 stitches. Okay, now I have 107 stitches on my needle. I'm gonna tie the end just to secure it a little bit. Now I'm gonna remove one of the needles and I will work on the brim of the hat. And for the brim, I'm gonna just start with knit 1 purl 1 ribbing. So this is my edge stitch. So I knit the edge stitch at the beginning of the first row. For rest of the rows, I just pick up. So I will start with knit 1 purl 1, and I will continue this knit 1 purl 1 until I get enough for the brim. Probably I'm gonna work 1 inch. It really depends on yourself, but I probably gonna work just 1 inch, and then when I finish I will be back. If you are not familiar with the rib stitches, or you are very beginner, you don't know how to do the knit and purl, I have tutorials on those one. You can refer to those videos. So for now, I'm going to work on the rib stitch for 1 inch, and I will be back when I'm done. Now I have worked about an inch of ribbing for the brim. Next, I will work 1 knit row. This is part of the pattern that we are making the ridges. So the first row will be knitting stitches. I will work on this row and I will be back. Okay, now I finished my knit row. Next, when I'm in the purl row, I will start shaping the pattern. I will pick up my edge stitch and then I will purl 3 stitches. And then while the yarn is in front, I will slip 3 stitches to my right needle. That's it. and then continue purl 3. Again, slip 3 with yarn in front, purl 3, slip 3 with yarn in front, purl 3. So you will continue doing this until the end of the row, and then we will work about 1 inch of plain stitches, like knit row and purl row, after this row until we get enough to shape the ridges. That depend on yourself. If you want your ridges to be smaller or closer to each other, then probably half an inch will be enough. But I'm gonna work 1 inch after this row with plain knit row and purl row. Let me finish this row. So I did wrong here. Okay, and I'll be back at the end of this row. I'm toward the end of this row, and I finish with 3 purl stitches and my edge stitch. Next, I'm gonna work knit row and then purl row and until I reach to about 1 inch of stockinette stitch, and then we meet again to shape the ridges. Now I have worked about 1 inch with the plain knit and purl stockinette stitch. Let me show you here. So we had about 1 inch of rib, and then we made a setup of horizontal strands in this row. Before that, we knit one row and then we make that strands, and then we worked about 1 inch of knit row and purl row. Now I just finished my purl row. I'm in the knit row and I will make the ridge effect. I start by picking up the edge stitch, then I knit 4 stitches at the beginning, and now I'm on top of this strand here. This is the center stitch right here. So I can use my leaf needle to pick up that strand from over there, like this. And then while it's on my on my left needle, I'm gonna knit that strand with the stitch together, and that will give the effect to our knitting. Next, I will knit 5 stitches, and I will repeat again. I pick up the strand from back, place it on the left needle, and knit these two together. One more time, knit 5, and you can use your right needle as well. Just pick up and place it on the left needle, and then knit two together. As you see, it's super simple process to get this ridge effect. I'm gonna continue working in this row, and then I will be back with the rest. Okay, at the end of the row, I finished my row with 4 knit stitches. So here for the rest, you have 2 options. So this row that we're gonna again make a setup of horizontal strands, you can set up between the previous 2 strands, like we did one here, one here. This time we can make over here, or you can just make your pattern again, the same pattern that you had before. For this hat, I did the offset effect. So this is one line and this is the other one. Next time when I was setting up, I did between these two right here. And this is the pattern you get. So we're gonna continue working the same pattern for about another 15 centimeter until you get your desired measure for the hat, and then we're gonna work on the crown. Okay, now I have worked enough rows to work on the crown. This is the back view of the pattern. I finished my pattern and then worked one purl row, and here I'm on the wrong right side, and if I measure it, it's around 18 centimeters. And now I will work on the crown. For the crown, I will decrease on the right side rows until I'm left with between 8 or 10 stitches. So I start by picking up the edge stitch. Then for the 2 stitches, I'm gonna knit through the back loop. You can use any method that you feel comfortable with. I think this is the easiest method you can use. So this row will be 2 knit 2 together. I'm gonna make it through the back loop. Next row I will purl, and then on the right side again I'm gonna knit 2 together. That row I will work knit 2 together, just the regular knit 2 together, not through the back loop. And then after we are done with 8 or 10 stitches, we're gonna finish the hat and make the top section. I will fast forward through the decreasing part, and we met at the end. Okay, now I finished the first row of purl to get knit 2 together. For the last 2 stitches, I'm gonna just knit them for now. Next row, I will purl across this row, and then when I come back on the right side again, I will knit 2 together, and I will continue the same process until I'm left with 8 or 10 stitches. Okay, now I finished my decreasing, and I decreased in 3 rows on right side rows only, and here I'm left with 8 stitches. Next I will knit this part to make this top section here. So I will knit about 2-3 centimeter or 1 inch, It's really depend on yourself. If you want, you can make it longer. So I'm gonna make this section, just knit couple rows to get kind of a square on top here, just a stockinette stitch. Okay, I think it's good enough. Next, I will bind off everything. And for that, I'm gonna use this method. I will pick up the first stitch and then knit one. Then pull that over the new stitch. Knit the second stitch and repeat the same thing until you're done with your stitches. Okay, here is my last stitch. Next, while I have this yarn here, I'm gonna pull this a little bit more. Next, I will cut my yarn. I think this much would be enough. And then I will pull this through the here. Now that part is fixed. Next, we're gonna fold it in half. And seam this all the way through the edge until this part. And then your hat will be ready. I will use my tapestry needle. I leave this part open and I just align everything and stitch back and forth. Okay, we are almost done here. And our cute hat is ready to wear. The good point of this hat is that you can adjust the size later. If you need, if you find that it's too loose, you can make a semi-little tighter. And this is the final look. I hope you make one for your loved one. Thank you for knitting along with me, and stay tuned for more tutorials from my channel. Take care. Have a good day.